And welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben, and this is my movie review for Black Island, a new Netflix original German film. It's a non-spoiler review, although I would like to talk a little bit about the spoilers right at the end if I feel inclined. But for the most part, this is non-spoiler. Do give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and all that nonsense if you haven't yet. Thanks so much for supporting the channel. It means the world to me. Let's jump in. The dark secrets of a seemingly peaceful island threaten to swallow up an orphan student when he grows close to a mysterious new teacher. This is one of the things I love about Netflix. They rarely have a world cinema feel to them, where they have original new IPs. You follow their series and movies. Some hit the mark, some don't hit the mark. It's all entertainment and it's all relative to what you like. And so when you're watching Netflix, there's a lot of content that is in English. And if it wasn't for Netflix, we wouldn't have phenomenal series and films like Dark, the series, which is amazing. If you haven't seen that, you should definitely jump into that and go and watch that. And then you get these unique little films that just come out of nowhere that you maybe if you've struggled reading subtitles, this would be like the introduction into a vast new world of different cultures and people groups around the world. It's kind of all in one platform, 180 different countries that they represent, all in one kind of streaming service, which can really broaden your horizon to what kind of entertainment is out there and cultures and people. And so I find that very interesting. So that's my little background before I do this review. And so when it comes to films like this, a new German, I get excited. It's like, oh, maybe this could be something that's really interesting, like the series Black Spot or other unique, interesting films that aren't necessarily English or standard Hollywood vibe. This one, however, I have mixed feelings about this film. It's, on the one hand, it feels like a decent film in the second half. Once the story gets going properly, once the story is really given us the backgrounds and you start understanding how it's developing, then I feel like you'll be more interested in what's going on. And then the first half of this film, it takes its time in getting to where it needs to get. It also gives you a very creepy vibe. As it says in the synopsis, this young orphaned young man, he is of an adult age, but very, very young. He's studying, I guess, their equivalent of university. And there's this like teacher relationship, and it's all about them, but it's also about her coming to this island and the history. Basically, it's the theme of the repercussions of that could affect many generations into the future. And so we have this kind of vixen story, revenge story, coming of age, all kind of intertwined at the same time, multiple relationships and facets of this young orphan guy. And for the most part, it kind of really starts to delve in it, but it does keep you on your toes and guessing, because at one point I thought this woman might be a witch. Obviously, there's no supernatural element in this, but for a moment I did think. So it does keep you guessing a little bit. The thing I should sing praises about this film is that because of its location, cinematography-wise, the way the film looks is stunning. The way it's filmed, the lenses they've used, it's all very sets the tone of what you expect a sort of sexy thriller looks like, although at times it was like uncomfortable to watch. That teacher-student relationship, you know it's wrong even though they're of age. So anyway, putting that all aside, cinematography, it looks great. It's a great looking film, and I think the acting for the most part is also good. The emotionality, the beats when you need it, get there. There's just this two halves of this film that just feels like it took its time to get there, and then the second, when you get there, you're like, oh, okay, it's not like it's a new story. We haven't seen versions of the story done before. I do think that the way it looks is fantastic. The location of the film itself is going to keep you interested, maybe to help you get past that second half. One of the other negatives I have, unfortunately, is the score. The score is good, but it's definitely a thing that controls the film. And I've said this in many of my reviews. You can't have the score in multiple sorts of montages. The thing that's overbearing, that seems to be many kind of music moments or people singing, music video moments almost you could call them, when someone is doing something and the song comes, you know, it's a melancholy feel. That happens a lot in this film. It feels like it relies on the music of the film a lot. And that's obviously an aesthetic that they're going for. That's the tone that they're trying to I guess convey to your audience, to us, is what you're meant to be feeling at that moment. So there's a lot of showing with the cinematography, the tone, and then the music is like, just in case you didn't get it, we're just really going to hammer that down. And for the most part, the score is excellent and the music chosen is great. It just felt like it was too much. Other than that, I'm really down the middle of the path. I've seen the story before. I know the acting is good. The cinematography is excellent, but I wasn't really feeling the vibe of the whole of the film. So at the end of the film, I was feeling a little tense. But when there are like moments and characters get taken out of the story, I didn't really care that much. I didn't invest me into their relationship. Although at some point you are feeling invested in maybe the plight of a certain character, even though you know what they're not, even though you know what they're doing is not right, you understand why they're doing it. And so I thought that was a good way to kind of bring it to the end. So I'm going to give this a C. Now I'm going to jump into spoilers. I was hoping there was going to be a twist at the end. When they mentioned the woman's haircuts, I thought maybe for a moment there were twins. So that when we see the main character die when she's been stabbed in the chest, and then we cut to the end sequence where our young man is leaving, and he follows that person with the yellow anorak, and for the moment you think it's her. And I thought, oh, maybe there is twins. That'd have been a nice little twist, and just kind of leave it there for us to guess what's going to happen, or maybe like an extra bit of the film. But that didn't happen. For the most part, it's just the revenge of this young girl who her mother died because of what the main protagonist's father did, well, grandfather did. And so the repercussions, the vengeance of that story is she just starts killing people because of that. She wants the whole family to know her vengeance. And so she brews that obviously in her life. She sleeps with a family member. And that is basically the whole kind of premise. I love the way it looked, and I thought the acting was good. I just wasn't sure about the story in the end. I was like, what? Why are you taking so long to get there? Why didn't you develop this? Does this story need to be told? Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I wasn't sure about this film. I enjoyed aspects of it. It's like I literally enjoyed half of the film and the other half not so much. So let me know in the comments below what you thought about this. Thanks so much for watching, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.